Hello and welcome in to Feed Your Soul Live. Yes, Feed Your Soul Live. Welcome in, and today we're going to be talking about who is guiding us, purpose over partying. And this is a really great subject. It's come across my timeline, not only my timeline, but just personal conversations with friends of mine talking about the generation. For those that don't know, I work in the field of education. I've been in education for 30 years now, and I've seen the peaks and valleys. And this is something that sometimes I look at, like, who is raising our children? Welcome in, Dark. Welcome in. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So before we get started, let me go ahead and put in the disclaimer because we're going to be showing some videos today.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Thank you that Green Vegan loves you.
I do love you. I really do love you. Dark said you're a good looking teacher. Thank you. All right. So before we get started, I just want to go in and just touch on this clip that I found from TK Kirkland. A lot of people know him as the comedian who tagline is "Who raised you?" So I thought it would be kind of funny to start off with that.
See, most of y'all are kids, you haven't lived yet. You still out here living the American mother dream. But it's a real world out here in the mother world. You understand? And that's what's really important. That's why I'm on here, because I always try to give game. You know, I tell men, when you go on a date and you go out to the club and you hold a conversation with a young lady, you buy that young lady a drink. That's for a time. These niggas on social media talk about let her be thirsty. I'm like, who raised you? When you walk down the street with a woman, you walk on the outside to show that you respect her. Like, let that get hit by a car. When you go on a plane, a woman always supposed to sit by the window. You're supposed to sit on the outside to show that she's protected. These I paid for a ticket too. What if I want to look out the window? I'm like, who raised these? This has gotten the fuck out of hand. Social media has see, most of y'all are kids, you haven't lived yet. You still out here living.
All right. So the reason why I want to play that clip is because it really do talk about mentors and people in your life that's going to give you game. And I feel like a lot of times people don't have that. So what happens when you are young and you don't have guidance, right? You go by your own you go by your own experiences. And if you don't have any experience, then what are you doing? So we just out here letting the kids do whatever. And you might think like, well, where are the adults, right? Where are the adults? And that's a really great question. You know, and I just want to bring that up to everybody too. It's like, who were the people in your life that actually made your life better? Or did you have that? Because some people didn't necessarily have that. So just like what TK was saying in the video I just played, people raise you, but then at the same time, it's like if no one raised you, you're just going by your own accordance, right? And is that missing today? Do you feel like that's going on today? You have all these different rappers, and like I said on my timeline, let me pull that up. Dark says a good role model will let you answer your own questions with experience. And you know what? That's so true, because I remember having a conversation with someone and they was just telling me that, you know, there's a time where things change. And so even with elders, it's like we can't always do the same thing because we evolve as people, right? So yes, the young can guide older people and show them things, like we can learn from each other, right? But I just feel like what happens a lot of times is that that's not necessarily happening. We're not even having a foundation. Like you can't build a house if you don't have a good foundation. All right, so here is the amazing short that was inspired by this live. Let me go ahead and share this tab. Okay, let's go up top. As adults, we really can't throw stones and hide our hands. Throughout generations, everybody, had their little, I wouldn't say sexy red, that's kind of extreme. But I just feel like nobody wants to be grandma. Now they want to be G-Maw and Nana. It's just sad. Like, bruh, you a grandma. Just claim it because the generation needs it. They need guidance. I think they just need guidance, right? But they don't want to be that, which is sad. And that's facts. Like no one wants to step up. Hi, Jerry. Welcome in. Yes, happy Saturday. You know what's and I found this clip that I am going to share. And I think this kind of now this is from a movie 13 years ago. So this is not a new thing. This is actually something that's been around for a very long time.
I don't want to play this game.
Who said?
I did.
Not one accident. Who said she couldn't go camping with the scouts?
You never want to be the bad guy.
And you're always looking for the worst to happen.
Only so it won't. Kill Jackson right now.
It's my experience the Edenton women got veto power. You think you too young to be grandma. Is that it?
Shut up, Joe.
Oh, we won't let that kid call you grandma. We're gonna come up with some cute name like Mimi, Moo, Mimi, Moo.
Stop it.
All right. So that's an example from years ago. So this is not a new phenomenon. Welcome in, Victoria. Welcome in. This is something that's been kind of like going around for a minute now, where women were grandmothers, but they felt like they were too young to have grandmothers. So what do you do? What do you do about that, right? LL sexy red grandma. Oh my God. They're all over the place. This is Independence or indie movie. No, it's from Still Magnesia. It's Magnesia's? But yeah, it's a older movie from with Queen Latifah. So it's like I know it's crazy because we don't have like movies. Dark had a very interesting point. It says, all you look at times we're living in the internet and social media is basically raising this generation. Think about olden days. We didn't have internet or spread information. Exactly. And I feel like that's a really great point because the internet or social media per se is raising our kids. And so the things that they see, the things that they are exposed to, they're like taking that in as life, as real things. And I've had to tell so many people, and it doesn't necessarily affect the youth. It affects everybody, where no matter what age you are, you're always in competition with somebody on the internet. Oh, I have to look like this. I have to be like that. I have to do that in your search. Yes. Still Magnolia, the remix. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Some kids pick and choose who the role models are basically nowadays. Well, do you know that Sexy Red is a role model? Isn't that crazy? That's crazy to a lot of youth, not only youth, but older people as well. And the thing about it is, I could go to Instagram right now and just pull out tons and tons of like videos that show all these different like women that is just like, older, that should be really being a role model and showing women how to act and look and treat people. But, that's not necessarily always at that. Right. People always pick and choose the role models. And the only thing that I would probably say about that is that it just depends on what's cool. What's because a lot of times when I was growing up, you had the girls that were fast. I don't know, do they use that term? I'm aging myself, but they used to were fast. It was only a few people that were fast, but they stood out, right? Nowadays, everybody is fast. And it's the ones that are kind of low key. Those are the ones that stand out nowadays. So I wanted to show this video. And this is what's happening nowadays. And this is an epidemic that's happening. But anyone can be. It is how a person is perceived, and no one has to control over how they perceive a people or a certain role that automatically role models. Yeah, yes. And I just want to say I love this comment, Victoria, because for the simple fact that it doesn't matter what age you are, you could be a role model. You can be 18 years old and be a really great role model, right? And then we've even looked at it with the situation like with Clarissa Shields, right? She had a really amazing story growing up, and then she achieved all these amazing things, and she could have been a great role model, but she took that and she turned it into something cheap and just horrible. Like I was rooting for, like on America's Top Model when Tyra was like, "Oh, we was rooting for you." But now the more that I like see her and how she act and how it's like, wow. It's like you got this power and you took it for, now she's talking about, oh, you guys are bums and you're broken. It's just like, bruh, it wasn't that long ago that you was broken, so why would you make people feel a certain kind of way? Smoking crack is not cool. No, smoking crack is not cool. Hey, what's up, King? How are you? The word is still throwing around. Being cool is not always cool. I agree with that. My POV, many people are just existing and intentionally influence people. People naturally influence. We are mammals as humans. Right. Because I see people, I used to be, oh, I'm going to support this platform, I'm going to support that platform. And then the more that I start seeing people's characters, I'm like, I don't want to support that. And it's okay for you not to support that. And it's, it's really kind of connected to the community court that happened not that long ago about silent supporters, right? It's like sometimes when you just not in it, because sometimes when you're in it, you're excited, you're like talking back and forth, you're getting distracted. But sometimes when you just sit back and watch content, you realize like, what is this? Like, what is this going on? Like, it's almost like you being brainwashed. She is really ghetto. What sex? Oh, Clarissa C. And you know what? The thing about it is you don't have to necessarily be, it doesn't matter where you come from. It's where where you do, what you do with it, or where you land or where you go. Role models are so 2009. From now on, we can just ask AI how we should behave. Hey, welcome in, Race. And of course, you would come in with the comment. I am on the horizontal video. Oh, okay, great. Hey, welcome in, Vegan King. Okay, so we're talking about role models and how they affect people, and how they affect our generation. People with kids. Like I have friends who are older, right? Who are Gen Z with children. So you have to think n- in the, later on they'll be older, and then they'll be, grandparents. But there's people that are their age now that are grandparents. So excuse me, the word is still thrown around when you were talking about the word fast, describing background. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that, because it's like I would never call a child fast. I guess because of my background, I would kind of break it down and say, oh, this child is being like rebellious, or she's being influenced, kind of thing. And I would have that talk with her. I've had to have talks with young kids and like, pull your shirt down, or pull your pants up, or that kind of thing. You're a role model, green vegan. You probably impact lives of children you don't even know it. Work in an education field, I get the feeling that kids gives you a hard time. Actually, they don't. The children nowadays, they want it. They want guidance. They want someone to acknowledge their feelings. I would say 80% of my job is just listening. And they don't get that at home. They get talked at. And I talk to now everybody. Like, I will talk to you, not at you. So they listen to me because it's all about that respect. Many mammals flock together in the air, land and sea, even fire, insects like fire and smoke. Exactly. Because I guess you want that, what do you call it? You want to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? And so you will go ahead and be a part of any group. I guess better than one group than no group, right? Kind of thing. As a matter of fact, I have to take that back. I come from the ghetto, where there's two different things between being ghetto and just flat out ignorant, or just loud and stupid, I guess. Right. And I can see that as well, because you have people with money who is ignorant. So there's different levels, kind of thing. Like, I know friends with lots and lots of money, right? But then it's like they don't have street smarts, and the way they move is like kind of questionable. So money doesn't make you, it doesn't make you. So whatever your character is, I used to always say this, King, when I rent, rent an apartment, right? I treat that apartment or house that I'm staying in as if it was my own, if I'm a renter, right? But I have a homeowner's mentality. And I feel like that's how you should have, because when you have a homeowner's mentality, you take care of it. Now, you have homeowners that don't take care of their property, don't manicure or repaint or replace things, and they have a renter's mentality. You're not saying that renters is bad, but it's like when you're a renter, it's like, okay, like, I pay my rent, y'all got to take care of everything. But that's not always necessarily true. So thank you. That's a really great example. Role models are like human templates. The templates are everywhere. Yeah, and it depends on which one that you pick will define. And I'm going to have open panel later, after we get through the videos, to see if anybody wants to come up. LOL, me no, is fast still a word? I guess fast is still a word. I don't know if kids will, like, if you go, oh, you fast, I don't know if they would get it. Used for children. I guess you could use it for adults too. Consistent content creators are role models, whether they like it or not. People are role models. You know what? That is something that's on the fence, because I know consistent content creators who are horrible individuals and their character is trash and garbage. And I feel for people who are sheep and minions that follow them, because they just are not getting a good quality of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a lot of narcissist people out there that it's just like me, 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 me. And then, these people are just like, okay, and it's like, bruh, if you took half the time you were glorifying this person, I don't care, man or woman, you should not glorify them, right? But if you glorify this person, focus on yourself, pour into yourself. Yep, that part. Ray said, with the internet, every generation should have a basic grasp of every other generation's slang. You know what? And I agree with that. It's like, it's so funny because I pick up on stuff being around, young people all the time and end up like this. This is like the heart Like that's something that just came up recently because we would do this in my generation, but this is so much easier. So it's really funny how we pick up little things. That's what the time sips tea. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna show you this other video that that I found, and these are grandmothers. These are grandmothers. I can't believe it. Let me show you. I'm gonna put them on a big stage.
All right, y'all. It's time for the broken pelvis.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do it. We're here. We're back. Here we go again. Do with the man. We call it Albie.
The crowd just completely went over. It was awesome.
That was just a little funny video, but isn't it true? Like when you think of like grandmothers, like that would be crazy, right? To see them in a club like that. But grandmas don't look like that no more. Grandmas are looking fine as wine, right? They, body. I mean, if you look at the people who are grandmother age, you got just the grades. I can just go on and on and on and on and on. But you have these women are aging so amazing, right? And like I said, this is not to like put down or like shame anybody, not at all. But I'm just thinking more about the actual like guidance kind of thing. I'm gonna go back to this one. I'm from a organized family empire that no longer is in power or active in anything from the government. You don't see the blasting my microwave every chance I get. I can stay quiet and keep walk. And I feel like we're not okay. Let me just share this with you because I know dark. I feel like when you have that, when you grew up, like people that's from like Generation X and even older millennials, like we had this time, we called it the golden era, right? Like in the 90s and stuff. And you have barbecues and, you have family reunions, you had all this stuff. And a lot of that was made by the older generation, you know what I'm saying? The grandmothers and stuff like that who wanted to bring all the families would come together. Over time, that's just like diluted. And no matter how, it's just hard to get that back, and it's just like, I know like it's very difficult for some people, who've had it. See, I've had it. So if you are young and you've never been to a family, like I know families that don't have a relationship with other family members and they just stay secluded in these little bubbles, and it's just like, it's really sad. And I'm gonna tell you about a celebrity, Krishan Rock. So Krishan Rock, she had a baby, right? And so she's really popular, like influencer. And her child doesn't have any other kids to play with. She doesn't have, they don't have like, you never see them out. Like when I was younger, like I have a whole photo album full of pictures with my cousins and my friends and going out, and even to this day I still do it. But it's like when you're growing up, you need that bonding. You need to know how to act. You need to know how to get along with people, right? And then it's like the older people made that happen, but it's not happening. I mean, to be a child and never have friends and go over people's houses and play and just stuck on social media, like that's not a healthy way to go. What the hell are we watching? It was a cute little video of these grandmothers at a club, but it wasn't it was like a prank. Oh, I know you just don't challenge my grandmothers to dance fight away. We got kids raising kids nowadays. We do. And it's like, is that like a good thing to have that? I mean, because what do they know? And what are they teaching them? Like I showed the clip of TK, and TK was like, as elder, we need to teach them how to do. There's just certain etiquettes that men and women need to know. Young men and women need to know, like walking on the outside, opening the door, making sure that the person feel protected. Make sure you do like just basic stuff, and they don't even know that. Had that for many generations already. Victoria says families be having high school cliques and groups. What? I mean, I have a family member and they found out that their father wasn't their father. Surprise, surprise. So he have now a whole another family, right? And so he embraces like all these different people, but the families don't get along. So it's almost like he's in the middle. He has to choose between his family and the other family, right? So he's, and it's like, why? Like when, like, what she was doing. Like, I feel like when you have mixed families, like we really should all embrace each other just for the children. It creates an unhealthy social barrier that children have to overcome. Exactly. Not having harmonized social skills, friends, family, internet, growing. Yes. And it's like, how are we going to, and you know what? It reflects. I'm telling you, working in education, it reflects in the kids. You see it in the kids, how certain kids are. And my work phone is off. I got to go. Nice being on a live. Thank you, Dollface. Thank you, Dirk, for coming in. I appreciate that. I love flowers. Okay, so and then like I said, this is not about bashing any particular body. It's more about just making us aware for certain people that we have to keep in our mind that we can be we have to remember to be a role model. I hear so many times, I think it was a rapper. I want to say the game. Don't quote me, but they had said, "I'm not a role model." But like Victoria says, you want if you want to be or not, because the way you are acting, other people are going to mirror and they're going to model it and they're going to reflect it. Ray said, if you don't have a role model, you can look up to me. I charge reasonable rates. Ray, you're a mess. Okay, so I want to show you this really beautiful video. It's very short, but I want to share this because it's a very nice story. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay. Hey, hello, Miss G. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're about to show this video of something positive. I don't want people walking away thinking like, oh, I don't want to be a role model, but look what happens and influence it could happen. I mean, the influence it can have on people. Let me put this.
Show up every Wednesday at Grandma's house for breakfast. In St. Louis, Missouri, a remarkable tradition has captured hearts and headlines. Every Wednesday morning, more than 30 teenagers crowd into the cozy home of 66-year-old Peggy Winkowski, known affectionately as Grandma Peggy. But this isn't just about free pancakes or bacon. It's about love, memory, and community. The tradition started in October 2021 when Peggy's grandson, Sam Crow, a freshman at Bishop DuBourg High School, suggested his friends skip their usual diner trip and come to his grandmother's house for breakfast. Peggy, delighted to host, whipped up eggs, pancakes, and fruit. Word spread quickly, and week after week, more students showed up. Before long, her kitchen and dining room were filled with hungry teens, laughing, eating, and soaking in Grandma Peggy's warmth. Then tragedy struck. In July 2022, 15-year-old Sam was killed in a car crash. The devastating loss shook the entire school community. Yet instead of fading, the Wednesday breakfasts grew stronger. Sam's friends knew that gathering at Peggy's house was a way to keep his spirit alive. Every plate of bacon, every glass of orange juice became a quiet act of remembrance. Today, the Wednesday Breakfast Club continues without fail. Dozens of Bishop DuBourg students pile into Peggy's home before school, often shoulder to shoulder at her table or sitting cross-legged on the floor. She calls them "my kids," and they call her Grandma Peggy. The teens say it's not just breakfast, it's healing. It's a chance to celebrate friendship, to lean on each other through grief, and to honor Sam's life by keeping the tradition going. For Peggy, the routine is bittersweet. She misses her grandson deeply, but she finds joy in the noise, the hugs, and the energy that fill her home each week. "As long as they keep coming, I'll keep cooking," she told reporters. The story of Grandma Peggy and the 35 teens has spread far beyond St. Louis. It's a reminder that love doesn't end with loss, and that even in grief, small traditions, like a shared breakfast, can bind a community together. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe.
Facts. So I hope you enjoyed the little video. When I seen it, I'm like, that is what I'm talking about. Like I'm talking about bringing community together, you know, and I'm pretty sure she is sharing stories and everybody is getting memories, right? And so shout out, you know, Sam passed away, and so when he passed away, they kept coming, right? Because they had grown this bond. They all together had came together. He brought them together, right? And they have this bond. And so it's like family. And I feel like that's the most important part for memories. And I know that for some people that might sound boring, like, oh, that's, you know, I don't want to do that. I want to turn up, whatever. But it's like, we need that, you know, we need that. I mean, to come together and sit and have a meal together. I think that's the biggest thing. To have a meal with someone, that's like the ultimate form of love, to break bread. I think you kind of heard that before. So when someone does that with you, when you're able to share a meal, to me, I think that's more important than, that really like seals the friendship, or seals like the family connection kind of thing. And I think everybody is different. Like every family is different. But if you think about it throughout the years, what do people do? They sit down and they have meals together. You know, they have barbecues, they have sit downs. Even when someone passed away, they have a repress where everybody can come together and enjoy that time together over food, because food is something that is definitely universal kind of thing. So I'm going to drop the link, but you don't have to come up, but I'm going to drop the link in the chat for anybody that does have something to say. But let's see. Oh, fine. Go make some pancakes and I'll start your interview process to bond with me, fam. Yes. Hey, AR, welcome in. Welcome in. You guys make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For the people in the bushes, we appreciate the people in the bushes, the silent supporters, you are very much welcome here. And it's so funny because I realized, I think it was yesterday, I was working on a project and I was listening to, 'cause I like to listen to like lives and stuff like that. But in the lives, they said something and I got kind of triggered. And so I was like, I'm here, but I'm a silent supporter. And then they got me pulled in. So sometimes it's better not to say something because you don't get pulled into it. Um, so let's just go over kind of like the things that we've already for the people that are just now coming in. So we talked about the differences of partying, right? It's okay to party. Like no one is saying like, oh, you're a certain age, you can't party kind of thing. Um, where's the Cash App or donation button? Oh, you know what? I do have one too. It's my name, $ that green beacon. Should I put it up? Let me see if I can put it up. I had it. I had it before kind of banners. Key. Subscribe and like and share. Thank you. Is this the one? That's a disclaimer, fair use. Style. Of course I can't find it, but thank you is my name, a $ that green beacon. Ray said, I hope by people in the bushes she's talking about meteor for no, I'm talking about people that's listening, but not necessarily. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Thank you, Victoria. I appreciate you. That's my girl. That's my girl. Okay. Thank you. The best way to donate to that green is to go directly to give money to Racer. Racer, you're a mess. You're a mess. A TV, are you in Chip's house? LOL. Oh, is this Chip's house? No, Chip is in my house. That's what be happening. That's what's happening. How's your foot doing, gorgeous? Thank you for asking. I am recovering. I am recovering slowly because this surgery was way worse than the other surgery, but I am slowly recovering. And thank you. I appreciate it. My spirits are high because I am very blessed to have people like you that encourage me. Laughing. Okay, so let's so living with a purpose. So when we as adults, right? And like I said, I love what Victoria said earlier about it doesn't matter what age you are. Anybody can be a mentor. Anybody can be a role model, you know. And I feel like that's something that is a thing where you know, you have to learn, right? You have to learn it. LOL, cool have and Chip did a live yet. That would be fire. Fire. Godspeed on the healing. Thank you, Race. Thank you, Race. King says, I want to come out there and you do some content. Come out here. Cali's waiting for you. It's beautiful. It's beautiful out here. I got you. Living with a purpose, mentoring, teaching life lessons, being present for family, leaving a legacy. And that is one thing too. It's like, do you want to leave a legacy? What do you want your legacy to be? God forbid if God takes me today, what would people think about Kelly? What would people think about that green vegan? What would people think about you? What do you want your legacy to be? That's really a big thing. I'm in Southern California. You just what you like a 45-minute plane ride away. Say less. Those Cali people, that's what's up. Hey, the real odds and evens. Kelly, what's up? Good morning, good afternoon. I have to email you so I won't forget. Don't forget. Welcome in, real. Hey, saying hi to King. So we're talking about legacy, we're talking about role models, parting over purpose. And I kind of feel like this, and if I'm wrong, please let me know. I kind of feel like what happens is people will have children when they're early. When you're younger, like that's your time to turn up, to, party, get, discover who you are, right? But then sometimes people have children when they're super young and they're raising their kids. So then when they get a certain age and older, then it's like, okay, I don't know who I am. Who is my identity? Let me go ahead and try to live life. And it's just like, okay, now you're on a different chapter of life. But what is that? What is that chapter? Is it partying chapter, or is it, okay, now it's time for me to help the other generations get up? Hello, welcome BDB, welcome in. How you feeling? How you living? I am feeling good and living good. All right. So another thing is, there's never. I was looking at an article, right, and an article was saying that it was a news. I call them articles, but really it's just news. Posts. But the post was saying that 35 is the cap. Not 35, 37. It's like you too old to go to the club at 37. I was like, what? So it's like, it's so crazy because people are putting, what do you call it? They're putting these time steps. But I think too, it's like who you listen to. Because when I was doing research for this particular live, they had so many negative things. They was talking about women, and I'm not here to bash women whatsoever, kind of thing. And so, they were just saying how, I'm not even going to repeat it, but you guys know the stuff that's out there. Hate to break it up to you, Green, but almost all the children are children of children. Very few real adults, perhaps none, in comparison to the true potential. You know what? I think it's the generation, because like someone said when I first made that short, someone made a comment that it was too many teen pregnancies, kind of thing, right? But I don't really believe it to be so, not in every case. We just can't say all, because my grandmother married my grandfather at 15. She had my mother at 16, right? My mother had me at 21. So my grandmother was 38 when I was born. So at 38 years old, she was a grandmother, right? And so growing up, and I was the first grandchild. So growing up, my aunts and uncles were more like my sisters and brothers. And, I heard that, oh, grandma, I didn't hear grandma. I heard, because there was nobody to call her grandmother except me. I heard mama, mama, mama. So growing up, I used to call my grandmother mama. And then one day I was with my mom and my grandmother was together, and I said, mama, and they both say, what? And then I said, not you, mama, this mama. And then that's when I started calling my grandmother, but she never had a problem with that, and she was a grandmother. She raised me. She instilled in me, she was the one that took me to church, and she gave me the foundation that I needed to. And I feel like a lot of times children, they don't have that. People make up stuffs as they go when they could be focused on something else. And I believe that as well. So when you say that, King, are you just saying that like in general? Because it's like being someone that's supposed to be a role model, someone that is supposed to lead. Do you think it's an ulterior motive kind of thing? Definitely not just any one generation. No, many generations. Exactly. Because you have to think, my grandmother was the silent generation, right? My mother was a baby boomer, and then I am Gen X, right? And so after me is millennium, and then you got Gen Z, and I forgot what I stopped keeping up with them kind of thing. I heard nobody is having babies these days, not even teenagers. And that's a really great point too. And that's a rabbit hole within itself, because I like kind of went a little bit into the rabbit hole, but it is true. And then that's why all these laws were made, why people can't have like abortions, because they banned it in a lot of states because they want more babies. But the reason why they want more babies is they need more workers. See, if we don't produce workers, then who's going to run these factories? Who's going to be um it's crazy. It's really deep, actually. Me too. There are good amount of anti now. Facts. My grandmother was my everything. God bless her soul. And my grandmother, I mean, I still have her here, but it's like I give her so much credit, you know. But she's kind of like the last of Mohegans. Like I lost my grandparents on my dad's side. I lost my grandfather on my mother's side, and my grandmother, she's still alive, you know, which is a blessing. But it's like she was really that person that kept our family together. And her generation really did believe in family. And I feel like since they're, you know, slowly dying off, that is just crumbling. And I just feel really sad for the future. I was talking about when you said 30 to 2-0 for the club. Oh. Well, it was on like a newscast and stuff like that, which is cap. I definitely believe that too, because it's like I went to a club. When was that? I think it was like last year, and it was a 90s club. You know, they had all 90s music and everybody was there, and you know, it was fun. So yeah, I mean, sometimes it's cap, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, they just need to put something on. I think it's sometimes maybe rage bait. You know, they're trying to get people like upset. Kind of thing. Robots will be running factories soon. They need less people. You know what? You ain't lied about that. Because now you see the little robots that be in the street delivering food. Crazy. And then I was in Atlanta. Was it Atlanta airport? Yeah, I was in Atlanta's airport, and they have a machine, like what do you call it? Like a coffee machine, whatever. All electric. It's robotic. I took a picture of it. I mean, I put a little video of it. It's all robotic. So you just go, you pay, and then it just does everything, and then it just hands it to you. It's like, yeah, our job, robots is taking over the world. Terminator is not cap. Y'all have to realize, y'all better be nice to these appliances. You are super lucky. Yes, I'm very blessed. I don't take that for granted at all, King, because, you know, a lot of people didn't. But you know what, King, a lot of people didn't even have grandparents. Like, I'm surprised a number of people that did not have grandparents growing up. In this day, they don't have grandparents. I remember I was talking to one of the reason why I use the story about the mother is because about when I was calling my mama, grandmother, mother, it came up because I was at a function and the one little girl was talking about her grandmother, and I met her and we talked for a while, whatever. Come to find out, it wasn't her grandmother, it was her great grandmother. Her grandmother was her mom's mother, but her mom's mother did not want to be called grandma. She knew her as like mama too, but she was one of the people that's like, I don't want to be called a grandmother. So they called the great grandmother. Crazy. Hell, I'm looking at getting a lawnmower that I can cut grass for me. Hey, it's coming. It's definitely coming. I can see it coming. Or not. Lucky but blessed. Yes, blessed. Robo more. Hey, you know what? With the way technology is, I am not surprised what's going to come out. I'm not with all the weird, fancy technical stuff and all the extra AGI gadgets. Yes, you know what? And it's crazy because now in certain countries, they have it where you could just take your stuff and walk out. I think there was in LA, they had something like that. You just get whatever you want and you walk out and it just charge your card. I was like, crazy. So that way nobody can steal, I guess. Everything in Hollywood they make up seems like a joke, but it's real. For real, for real. Hey, Shayla, welcome in. Welcome in. Nice to see you. All the zombie movies, all the robot movies. Oh, you think it's real robots and zombies out there? Hey, I would be. Well, you know what? They kind of showed a little bit about the zombie thing. There are people out there that, but still. So yeah, don't sleep on that. You don't have to tell me, Green. I regularly compliment AI. Case goes on road. You look wonderful today, AI. Love you, buddy. Ah, thank you, Race. I appreciate that. Shayla, how are you, sweetheart? No, Green, already here. I'm literally already looking at the models I can buy. They are there. Wow. I mean, it's crazy because I think for me, like I am so reliant on Alexa. But I don't want to say because she'd be like, what? Oh, you gotta be careful. She's listening. They've been lying to us so much, you'd be surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Not the AI. Yes. It's like I wake up, it's like I'm gonna call her Alicia. She don't know. I'd be like, Alicia, turn on the light. Alicia, turn on this. Alicia, do music. Alicia. Her name not Alicia, but it's crazy. It's like we get dependent on it, And I think we got to go back to the old school. We got to go back to old school. Like I tell people all the time, when it is like a Saturday or something like today, it's like I might go the whole day without even turning on social media or the internet. I'll play my records, I still have DVDs of all my favorite movies. Like I just pop on Dumb and Dumber, and I know I can go on YouTube or Netflix or whatever the streaming, but it's nothing like playing the DVD. It's like sometimes you have to like unconnect, kind of thing. All right. Alicia doing her job. Yes, she doesn't judge me, so that's a good thing. Hey, Kills, talk your ish. Ray, we about to get out of here. We about to get out of here. Thank you for coming in, Ray. That's super dope. Yes. I want to get a record player. Shayla, like you have to get a record player. Like you just don't understand what it just gives a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? And just to unconnect, because you don't understand. People are listening to everything. Everything. It's nuts. That's dope because you need Wi-Fi just to watch TV. TV is nothing like, oh, yes. Exactly. Just give me some electricity. I'm good. But you know what? I have a record player that's actually I have two record players, but one record player I can use it as a portable, but it charges. So I don't even need electricity. I used to charge my record player, take it out to the balcony and play records on the balcony kind of thing. So yeah, it's like we really need to get back. I don't know if we have a thing called Rasputins. I don't know if you guys have it, but it's just like they have old records and DVDs and VHS tapes, and it's nothing about just going in there. They have vintage clothes, and it's just a vibe. And I don't know, maybe I'll do like a video about it to kind of just show people, because it's definitely a vibe. I used to have but then it decided it was trans and made it call to Alex. You are so silly. Same pop in DVD, 5 Heartbeats. Oh my God. I love that movie. Order pizza and share on social media. You have to take care of your mental well-being. But do you know, Ray, there's people that don't even know. And I feel like as being like a mentor, like we have to show people the way, introduce them to something, that is going to help them with their mental health. Dumb and Dumber is a classic I watch on Netflix. Hey, welcome in, Killer. Oh my goodness. That movie is funny on or off the influence. I don't know. Do you think that will still hit today? I think like a I don't know. I don't see movies like that anymore. Like oh, I forgot the name of the movie with the kids and they was trying to like get alcohol. It was oh, Bad. Was it Bad? Bad something? But yeah, I might order one off Amazon. Yes, yes. I think I got mine from Best Buy. But yeah, you can order one. But let me tell you, Shayla, if you get one, don't get the one with the small. You got to get one with the larger one. Because if you get the one with the small, like the fit of 45, you can play the bigger records on it, but your albums will warp. So make sure when you get a record player, invest in the one that has the 12-inch underneath it. No worries. I'm at my son's freshman orientation. Just chilling. Thank you. I appreciate you so much for coming in, kind of thing. Record players, girl, you went way back. But it's a new record player. Like I just got it. This record player not only plays records, it plays CDs and it plays tape cassettes. And I do have some tape cassettes. Oh my goodness. I do have tape cassettes. Go ahead and do it. I'll tap in. Okay, cool. I will. Killer trying to blaze one to watch Tropic Thunder. They don't make movies like that anymore. With McLovin, yes, with McLovin. What is it called? What was the name of it? Super Bad. Super Bad was Trash Kills. I like Super Bad. It was funny because I think it reminded me. It kind of remember because it was kind of like set in the old like in the 80s. So it was a current movie back then, but it was kind of like for the 80s kind of thing. You know, it had that 80s feel. I love 80s and 90s movies. I know they just really feel good movies. Tropic Thunder was crazy. Yes, Super Bad. That is hilarious. So before we get out, I just want to put these questions out for everyone to just think about. Okay. Can someone still party and live with purpose? What does being an elder mean to you? Who is guiding the youth today? And have we lost respect for elders? And what legacy do you want to leave? These are like things that I feel like it's really important that we think about. Once you become like I would just say like Generation X, I think is really important for us to be an example. I know a friend of mine, he talked about who can you use as an example. I said Angela Bassett. And it's like, yes, Angela Bassett is an amazing example of a woman, a lady, right? And we don't have enough of those. And then, he would do these lives. He would talk about it. He was like, I'm so tired of hearing about Angela Bassett. It's nobody else. And I'm like, I guess it's not not too many people out there. There is Terry Crews' wife. She's also she comes across as a lady. She's going through a lot of medical issues and stuff, but she's always presented herself as a lady. Pineapple Express. Oh my God, that movie was crazy. If it's played, 8-track record player would have been Ultimate Dead Media Multi 2. You know what? I don't remember that being around. Just think if you had all those 8-track. I know people are like, what is an 8-track? Party and purpose can reside together and team up. Yeah, really, for real. Hey, welcome in, Christopher. Hi, hello, beautiful green vegan. Hello, Christopher. How are you doing this beautiful day? Thank you for coming in. So we were talking about the purpose, in party, and how can you still do both, I guess, and be an example. We talked about legacy, which is really important to, it's just important to the generations, I mean, oh my God, I heard a comedian say, you got more summers behind you than in front of you. And it's really sad to hear that, but it's true. So what are you going to do with your time? All right. So I'm going to do my closing thoughts, right? My closing thoughts. Purpose doesn't mean giving up joy. It means giving your joy a direction. Whether you're a parent, a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, a mentor, or simply someone with life experience, someone is watching your example. The greatest gift we can leave isn't just memories of how much fun we had, it's the wisdom, the love, and guidance we pass on to the next generation. Feed your soul by living a life that leaves a legacy. And it's something really good to just remember when you are presenting yourself to the world. I'm doing good at the moment so far. Good, can't complain. And I'm so happy about that. So, before we leave, I just want to say thank you for everybody that came out to support, everybody who was here on the live, and the people that's in the bushes. I'm gonna do a little shout out. BDB, Ray, Victoria, Killa, Jerry, Mrs. G, Dark My Life, Real Odds and End, King, Grayson, Racer, Shayla, Christopher Green, Sadoob, and Vegan King. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, Killa. Oh, look who's here. The kid is in the house. Hey, Auntie, the kid is in the building. Yes, the kid is in the building. Before you go, can you let me tweet? Grace, I don't know what to do with you. But before we go, once again, thank you for the people that just shopped in, the people that's listening and supporting silently. Believe me, I really appreciate you. And, I'm going to try my best and do my best to make sure that I bring really good content and things that you guys want to hear and things that we can all learn from. And you can feel free to reach out to me on thatgreenvegan@gmail.com if you have any suggestions, or you can just leave a comment below of things that you want me to bring to you. Okay. So before I get out, I just want to say that if no one's told you today that they love you, I love you. Mwah. Bye-bye. You guys have a great day. See you later. Oh, look at Stash. Welcome in, Stash. You came at the last minute. Before we go, I had to stop in Auntie because I miss you right now. Oh, shout out to Bad Boys. Right. Oh, bye. You guys have a great day.